All right, here we go. HaHa Davis.
We here.
Welcome to Vlad TV.
It's an interview right here.
It's an interview.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
You've been putting in work.
I've been
for
working.
a minute.
Yeah.
Getting it out the mud.
Over like 4 or 5 years now.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Started from, viral videos and Vines and Instagrams and YouTubes and slowly built your way up into an actual career.
Yeah, definitely.
Congrats, man.
I appreciate that.
I love seeing that.
Yeah.
I love it. So you grew up in Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay. And how was that, during the time you were doing it?
Detroit cool. I mean, I grew up on the east side of Detroit though, so, it was different. Like, I grew up in the hood, but it was different. Like, I think Detroit is a city of hustlers, so we come from a city where we make nothing out of something, So it was cool, but I made my way out.
Okay. I mean, do you think it was rough growing up or?
Oh yeah, definitely rough growing up. Having like the things I went through, like living with my auntie for a certain amount of time in my life, and I have my mom, and then have my mom in my life, but never having my father. So yeah, I definitely had a rough go at it.
Okay, so where was your dad the whole time?
In my granddad's attic. So basically, he was there, but he wasn't there. I knew where he was at, but he wasn't in my life.
So you knew where he was, but he never came around.
Right. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. We still haven't had that conversation on why he just, like, from when I was like 1 to about 8, he was in my life, and then he just stopped coming around.
You didn't want to just go over there and be like, yo, what's up?
I was young, so it was different then.
But, I mean, as you got older, like when you got to like junior high and high school, you weren't like, all right, let me just go see this guy real quick.
I mean, now we trying to rebuild our relationship, but I don't really go back on the past and ask him like why he wasn't there, because I don't know. I don't want to relive that. But at the same time, now we have a relationship. We kick it now and we talk.
Okay. Now what about your mom though? What happened with that?
Oh, my mom was out of my life for a while. She was going through a tough time for like 5 or 6 years, and then I was living with my auntie, and then my mom came back and got me after she got her life together.
I mean, you have a couple of different reasons sometimes when your mom just stops taking care of you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's drugs, mental illness, sometimes just depression and so forth.
Yeah.
Like, can you talk about why she wasn't around?
Yeah, I mean, then it probably was. She was going through a lot. It was 5 kids, so it probably could have been depression at the time, because it was 5 of us at the time, so it was probably hard for her to take care of 5 kids. Like, even for my mom, I never really like relived that situation. I never asked her like why she wasn't there for the time that she wasn't there. I just let her come back in my life and be the mom that she was from the time I was about 13 to where I'm at now.
I mean, was there a time when you're like, damn, like my mom and my dad are not around? Like, this is kind of fucking me up a little bit, going to school and seeing kids with both parents. And
I think certain times when there was certain events at school, you'd be like, it was times certain parents be on a field trip, like, damn, I have my mom here or my dad. So yeah, certain times as a kid, it did affect me, but I was able to make it through.
Okay, at least you had your aunt around. It wasn't like you had to get put in foster care or anything else.
No, I had my auntie. I still had family. My granddad would still come around. I had my auntie in my life.
Okay, so, good.
Yeah.
Okay, and you were playing football in high school and so forth.
Definitely, I played football from 9th through 12th grade.
Okay.
I wanted to go to the NFL, but you see, I'm little, so it's different.
So, I mean, were you at one point thinking like, okay, like I'm really good enough, I'm like the best in my school, like I really have a real NFL shot?
Yeah, at some time I did. I was like, I might be able to do it. And then I lost touch with them dreams, like when I got to 12th grade. It just, because I ain't had a grade to do it, so it was like, this probably ain't gonna be it. And then a lot of people I used to always doubt myself. People were like, oh, you're too little to play football, this ain't it for you. So I started drifting away from it once I got to 12th grade anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see too many football players your size.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Right.
It just is what it is.
Yeah,
just like you don't see basketball players your size either. Like, it's too much competition worldwide. Like every big motherfucking like
it's hard to be
Bolivia wants to come in,
right?
Make that type of money over here. So yeah, it just is what it is.
But the guys that do what I do now, like comedian, most of us this size.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you graduate? Did you graduate from high school?
Yeah.
Okay, graduate from high school, and then you just start having just odd jobs, I guess.
I started. My first job was KFC. I worked as a cook at KFC, so I was a cook for like 3 years at KFC.
Wow. So for 3 years, you would show up every day and cook chicken at KFC.
Fried chicken every day. I got so good at it.
That sounds like a rough job.
Like I got so good at it, I can go back right now and remember everything. Like for real, I'll be able to go back right now.
Do you know what the secret recipe is?
See what I'm saying? I don't want to say that because they might come sue me. I can't look. Vlad tried to get me.
I heard it comes in a special package though. Like it's already like pre-mixed and everything. Like
yeah, it's about that. But I forgot. I forgot what the season was, to be honest though, but it's like that. It come boxed up and it already be ready to go. So I think they do that for a certain reason, so you don't know what the ingredients is. They just give you 3 different bags, like put this in the flour, this in the flour, and this in the flour, and it's seasoning.
Okay. So and then you were doing other kind of. I think you worked at a sporting goods store and.
Yeah, I worked at sporting goods. I had worked at KFC. The job after that, I worked at Cedar Point. And you probably, where you from?
The Bay.
So you wouldn't know what Cedar Point is. It's like an amusement park. It's like Disney World,
okay.
But it's like for the Midwest, like Chicago, New York, all the people on that side, Detroit. So it's I worked at Cedar Point as a cook there at a restaurant called Perkins. I worked there for 2 seasons.
So you were getting your cooking on.
Yeah.
You throw down in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, one thing I know how to do for sure is cook some chicken. Fry some chicken for sure. I can cook a few things, but chicken for sure.
Kill it.
Yeah, I throw down on some chicken. That's easy.
Okay. Did you think at one point maybe I'm going to be like a professional cook, like go to cooking school and really try to elevate that part?
To be honest, I left Cedar Point, and then I did the job at a sporting good. But I tried to go work at a place called the Kalahari. So I was trying to be a cook there, and you had to be like, they wanted certain like things for you to have, but I ain't had that. So yeah, at one point I wanted to be a cook. Yeah, definitely.
So you're doing kind of odd jobs. You know, I mean, well, you don't have a career yet.
Right.
You're just doing things to pay your bills.
Yeah, definitely.
And at what point did you start thinking about the comedy?
I started thinking about the comedy in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, 2012. That was like my last year working at Cedar Point. And then I started thinking, I was doing videos in the room with my homie. They like, man, that shit is corny. Stop doing that. All right, man, it's gonna work. But it was corny at first because I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
So I kept on doing it. So from 2012 to now, that's when I started.
Okay. And the first video that blew up, was that the first time getting pulled over by narcotics police?
Yeah, that's crazy. You know that. That's wild. But yeah, I did that video and I sent that to Snoop. That's the one that really just it got popping off of that, and then I got deleted.
You got deleted?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. You know, people back then when we was on Instagram, they was hacking people's pages like left and right. It's harder to hack pages now though, but when I was doing it back in 2013, 2014, they was hacking pages. So I got to like 200K. Somebody hacked my page. Okay. And I got deleted.
Let's go ahead and pull this up real quick. Can we use part of these clips as we're
yeah,
B-roll talking?
Definitely.
Okay. Let's pull this up real quick.
That's classic. That's classic right there. That's classic.
And your style has always been like there's a dude yelling.
Yeah.
That you can't actually see.
Right.
You know, I mean, you can see the cop, but you can't see his actual head.
Right.
And you do the yelling part yourself.
Yeah.
You do the voiceover.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that be me. They be like, who be doing the yelling? I be like, I do all that. I do the yelling.
No, I figured that out pretty fast. Okay, and is that how it started, or did you kind of ease into that kind of style?
No, I started off just doing regular videos. I was doing just regular videos, and then I created my character, the Pops. But I was just riding on the freeway one day, and I said big fella, so that's where the voiceovers came from when I created the word big fella in my videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
And pretty much all your videos is somebody yelling.
Yeah, well, yeah. Then now I'm doing a little different because, I mean, that yelling catch up with you after a certain amount of time. So
tears up your throat?
Yeah, definitely. And I got a lot of headaches from doing that back then. So I slowed down on that. I don't really do too much yelling no more. I do videos called Thoughts Of, so I don't got to yell much no more.
I feel like I used to host mixtapes, because I came from the mixtape DJ side, and doing a bunch of mixtape hostings and yelling to the mic. That starts to kind of.
You get home like, hold on, I had all type of migraines in the back of the head. Like, hold on.
Okay, and over time you kind of developed a bunch of different catchphrases.
Yeah, definitely.
Can you break them all down?
Yeah, definitely. My first catchphrase was big fella.
Okay.
And big fella, it's just a word that I came up with. We was riding on the freeway, and then my boy was driving, and this Mack truck almost hit us. I was like, hold on, big fella. And then he said something about big fella. We just kept it going the whole day. And then the next day I used it in my video. But
okay, so give me an example of a big fella.
You a big fella. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fella. And when people see me, that's the facade of it. So when people see me, they be like, man, you're not a big fella. You actually small. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the illusion of the whole situation. So that's what makes big fella so funny.
Okay. What's the next one?
The next one I had after that was Finna Be a Breeze.
Okay.
Finna Be a Breeze was like everything I did, I'd be like, okay, first time on Vlad, it's finna be a breeze, but it always goes terribly wrong. So that's what I do, finna be a breeze. Every time I say this finna be a breeze, it always goes terribly wrong.
Well, that pulled over by the narcotics officer, you said this finna be a breeze.
Right, and it went terribly wrong.
It went terribly wrong. Okay, then there is?
I had Beyond Me.
Beyond me.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
So beyond me, just like me saying like this is beyond my head. Like so, if I see something crazy or I feel like it's something crazy, I be like, man, this beyond me. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I had so many catchphrases, man. It's crazy. Beyond me.
Ooh, I'm outta.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Oh, I'm out of here.
What's going on?
What's going on? I got
What's your frustration?
what's your frustration? I got you don't want zero problems. I got you don't want zero problems. I did that on the Chance album.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a part of the big fella wave at that time.
I'm finna die.
I'm finna die. That's another one. I got so many catchphrases. My newest one right now is I am astonished, and I have been led astray. So I got one more. I got one more. Hold on. What is it? I got so many catchphrases. Oh, you are a piece of work. Yeah. So I just always come up with different catchphrases all the time just to keep it, balanced out. People get sick of the same thing after a while.
Okay. So the narcotics officer one, that's the one that started to take off. Mm-hmm. And Snoop fucked with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he, I guess, DM'd you or?
Well, Snoop had followed me. So Snoop been following me since like 2015. Like I still got the picture on my phone when he followed me. That was like the first celebrity. I'm like, hold on. That was the first celebrity to ever like reach out to me or believe in what I had going on. So Snoop followed me. And then after he followed me, he was able, once people follow you, able to send stuff directly to their DM. They ain't got to go through the request thing. So he followed me. I was sending a video every day for like 2 or 3 months. And then eventually he seen me. He like, nephew, that's funny as hell. Send that to my phone. And then after that, I sent that to his phone. We just been cool ever since.
Did he post it on his IG or?
Yeah, definitely.
And Snoop has
tagged me too.
Millions and millions of followers.
Yeah. So the first time he tagged me, it was like my heart got to racing because I'm like, I had never seen followers come in that fast. Like it was blowing my mind. Like I was gaining like 30 followers like every second. It was blowing my mind. Yeah.
Okay. And you reached a point where you thought you were just going to quit because your followers weren't going up and what you were doing wasn't really working.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I think when I had it was for a long time I was just doing comedy on Instagram and I was still working at I don't know, I can't remember what job I had at the time, but I still was working, like you said, odd jobs at the time. Mm-hmm. And I had like 14 or 15,000 followers, and only people that would comment on my videos then was like your friends. Even if they wasn't funny, your friends are gonna always comment on there, even if they not funny. So only thing I had was my homies to comment on there. Then I'm like, man, this ain't finna work. Okay. But I kept on going. And then eventually I got that one video that people that picked up on.
Okay, that was the narcotics officer one?
Yeah, definitely.